It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
For him to say that he appreciates law enforcement so much, it was obviously a lie, because the criminal history showed that he had been arrested for criminal trespassing. He had been arrested for like suspended license, suspended registration, but the big thing was impersonating an officer. If you don't know anything about impersonating an officer, it is a felony. Period, point blank. As sure as Peachtree runs from Bankhead to Buckhead, it is a felony. So, seeing that, seeing what court it was in, I did another open records request for the incident report. I wanted to know exactly what the circumstances were, especially given the fact that I worked in law enforcement at the time. What were the circumstances as to how he was arrested for impersonating an officer? So I did an open records request. I got the incident report, and I'm tired of saying my jaw hit the floor, but on this one, my jaw hit the fucking floor.
You said that your current girlfriend had did the background check. So the weekend jail with in the story, was that a thing?
That was a friend of mine that used my license, and he had to do weekend jail, not me. And I took him because he did not have a car. So I would drop him off because the jail he had to go to, you couldn't leave your car. So I would get off work, drive him, drop him off, pick him up Sunday, 6 o'clock.
So that's what the receipts or whatever those things were in the bag. That's from him.
Yeah, and that one, he used to come to my house and dry clothes and wash clothes, and he left his bag, and that was all that was in it, was a folder with that stuff, because he had to prove that to his job that I can't work weekends and I'm in weekend jail. That's it.
As far as the like the impersonating the officer story,
that's something she got. That's something that happened with D, and she just used that. That's not me. Never
so
did
that's
that.
not you either.
Nope.
Okay, because that Tashawn guy had said the same thing.
You know, he done been in trouble a few times. And I was like, what do you mean? Because I had not yet gone online into the court system to see what type of trouble he's been in. And so he explained to me, he was like, just run his criminal history and you'll see it for yourself. He said, because I don't know all the charges, but run his criminal history.
There's certain family members, admittedly, that I don't deal with. There's a lot of people, and they're going to hear this and probably have a problem, but I don't have to lie. Again, there's a lot of people on my mom's side of the family that I absolutely just don't deal with. There's some people on my mom's side of the family I do deal with. I got a cousin that called me up, and he was like, I'll do a video with you and help you out. And he really trying to help. Like, but he my little cousin, he cool. He always been the same dude. I can tell you from a little kid to a grown man, he always been the same dude. I joke and call him Cool Breeze because, I mean, I'm telling you, he can come into a room and be, you good? Yeah, you good. And he just that kind of family member. If I ever wanted to call him and say anything to him, talk to him, ask him, he always just been that dude. He a married man, love his kids. He a good dude. Like I said, I got nothing against him because he one of the people in my family that he might be younger than me, but I can tell you right now, dude is wise as the old owl. You know who I'm talking about because we just talked today on the phone, and he offered, let me do the video with you. You get this money. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I ain't in it for the money though. And the way they spinning it, like I'm this horrible person, Legion, Lord, he narcissistic. How many times I'm wrong a day? Like most of the day, I'm wrong all day long.
He pulls up. It's only been a week since I last saw him. It has been months since my aunt saw him. Okay? She had no idea of the condition that he was in. Again, I'm telling y'all, when I met him, when he met my family, he was like a size 3X. In just a short span of time for a week, he easily could have been in an extra large, maybe even a large, but was wearing 3X clothes.
So you mentioned the knee, there wasn't an issue. So was the losing weight story, was that a real thing?
That's going to the gym because you realize you're overweight and you want to be thinner. That was me looking in the mirror, not happy what I'm looking at, and then I went to the gym. Like I was at one point like 310. I was like, no. And I started going to the gym after work. There's nothing else but me going to the gym, eating better, eating right. Stop going to McDonald's, dodging Krispy Kreme, Mrs. Winter's Chicken down in Atlanta. That's it.
But so that makes sense. But she said in the condition that she seen you losing weight was you coming back with the same clothes and not, smelling like you've been living in the car. Like, so was that true or no?
Lies.
You said that you left. So basically you sleeping in the car and everything after you moved out, that was not a real thing?
No. I went home. I went to Douglasville. I went home.
Okay. So the behavioral, I think she said you went to a behavioral correction hospital or something like that. That wasn't true?
Lies. The only thing I did at a behavioral hospital, I knew a guy that went there and I helped him get a job. He got out. He knew a friend of mine, Omar. He asked me for a job. I got him a job.
Was this part true then? Her kicking you out on June 2021 on your birthday?
No, I was gone a week before that. I went home to my house because the marriage didn't last very long, but it didn't grow because I was still doing the same thing. I was still at my house, coming there on the weekend. There was no growth on her part. The finances, there was no growth. I was maintaining the bills in the house. I didn't need her help, but again, I asked her for help because I'm taking care of everything here. By that time, I had bought her another car because that Nissan Rogue just drove me nuts. And she was paying too much, so I got her out of that, which made a lot of stuff easier. And she liked that car, and I was trying to consolidate to show her, hey, you can live well, but you don't have to spend all this money all the time. Like we talked about it, and we talked about moving into that house, my house. I'm trying to show you a better way of living. If you got a wife and you have a better way of living, you're supposed to show her. You're supposed to. The thing is, they offered a promotion. She didn't take it. She started working more and bringing in less.
What made her not take it though?
What she told me is that her boss was an idiot and she hated him, and that meant that she was going to work closer with him. What she told me.
At the time that this all happened, I was pregnant. So he felt like, look, we're about to have a baby. I don't want you driving that Nissan Rogue to get you something. I want to get you something more secure, something new. I really wanted a Kia. And he was like, well, let's look at the warranty. This man knew a lot about cars. He knew a lot about the warranty. He knew a lot about the depreciation value. And so he did talk to me a lot about what will we get the most for our money. He really wanted me to get a BMW X5. So he calls Eric. He tells Eric in front of me, hey, I need to transfer $72,526, whatever the amount was, because I'm buying a car for my fiance. So he said, okay, well, let me call them back and change the delivery date. Can you be home, or can you do a half day? So he's asking me, can you work a half day so that they can deliver the car and you will be home for it? He told me the car would be delivered between the hours of 1 and 3.
You did get a car. Didn't she get a car? I'm just saying. So if it's a promise, then it sounds like I kept my promise. Not trying to be mean or anything. You got a car. Now the car she wanted, no, because you're not helping me out here. And that I'm gonna make it affordable for myself. And there's no disrespect to nobody driving a Nissan Altima, because the 2020 and on above, they're very nice cars. She had everything, Apple CarPlay, everything, all-wheel drive. I mean, auto start, everything. But I'm not buying you no BMW, and your credit stinks. And I'm trying to get you out of debt, because if you're in debt and we're married, that means we're in debt. So I'm trying to get you out of this hole so financially you can be stable. You can't help me if you work in a job and you making $33,000 a year and I'm making 96. It's a big old difference here. So at the end of the day, I'm trying to get you, when they offer her the promotion, like I said, why didn't you take it? I found out later why she didn't take it, because you were spending extra time with this dude.
So was the BMW ever talked about? Did you ever promise her like a better car or a more expensive car?
I told her all the features that she were talking about. I said, you will fit better in a BMW. But I said the challenge about putting you in a BMW is, and trying to teach her something is, you got to work for it. You know, I'm not going to just give you an $80,000 car because I'm your husband and you deserve it. I understand that part, but you got to learn the value of a buck. We just can't go out here all the time. You got to understand the value of something, and you don't want to work for it. So help me help you. Because right now at this point, I'm taking care of all these bills here. I'm taking care of, help me help you. How do we do that? How do we come together and bring these finances together? Now, the only part of that story that she told that was true, did I hide money from her? Yeah, I did. I absolutely did. Over 50% of what I was worth, I hid from her. I did.
And were those in the offshore accounts and stuff like that?
Yes.
So did you do that because you felt like she wasn't financially smart with what she had? And
that's the main reason. I'm gonna say this for any man that's gonna watch this. When you get married, you do not need to financially. You need to tell her about all your finances. I'm telling you that now. That wasn't right on my part. My reasoning is my reasoning, and I'm not saying it was right. I think it was wrong, and I should have disclosed it to her. But we're talking about somebody that I got married to. You had about $401 in the bank account. You had credit card debt, student loan debt, and you paying $550 a month for a 2009 Nissan Rogue with 250,000 miles on it. Like, she wasn't making financial smart decisions when I met her. I was trying to help out. Taking care of the bills is this way to stress off of her. The only bill I actually gave her to do is, hey, you take care of the grocery bill, you pay your cell phone bill, and you pay your car insurance. The rest of your money you put in your pocket. Do what you got to do with it. I'll take care of the rest. But you need to take care of these student loans. This is why I did that. You need to take care of these student loans to bring your credit up. So this way we can be a team when it comes to stuff like that. But again, like I said, I don't want to get nobody make the mistake. I'm not saying that, hey, me not telling her about all the money is the right thing to do. That was absolutely wrong. But at the time, I wasn't trying to jump down the rabbit hole of being in her debt.
What to do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. We back in the confessional, and yes, we staying lit, big dog. Man, shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my homeboy Lucky Wizard Deals. He keeps it lit, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to this video down below. In the links in the description, go ahead and click those, man. Use the discount code everydaypj at checkout. Now, as I'm watching this interview again, watching more of it, Lee just seems to have the answers to everything. So I'm pretty sure he watched some of this, or if not all, of the Who the F Did I Marry? It's interesting that he knows all her lies. He has a story for it. Something does make sense though. That why would you buy X5 if you're only making $40,000 a year? Because I think, well, was she a dispatcher? She did something with the police department. He says he made $96,000, which is, it makes sense if he's paying all the bills. How much does he make? But he's working at this condiment company where he probably does make about $25, $30 an hour as a forklift driver. Then he said he went to work out. Nothing about it. This man says work out. It says I'm lying about working out. So, like I said, I don't know If what he's saying is true, I don't know if Reesa Teesa is saying it's true. It sounded good when Reesa Teesa was telling it. I can't say I don't believe Jerome, but I can't say I believe him either because I don't know these people. People say, I can't believe you believe him. What am I supposed to believe? I don't know these people in real life. A lot of people are coming out saying they know him and this is true. And then I'm going to take it for face value. If it's where there's smoke, there's fire. But the information that he's giving makes sense. Why would I buy you a BMW X5 and you got bad credit? Why are you upside down in this Nissan Rogue with 250,000 miles on it? So those type of things are what makes Jerome the perfect liar. It's because he knows everything. He could say he has something for everything. The perfect liar. Everything that Reesa Teesa says is a lie. Everything he's telling you is the truth. I know y'all gonna hate me, but I'm just being honest. I'm just listening to the story. Reesa Teesa sounds sincere, but who are we to say that she's not lying? Anyway, Reesa Teesa, clear up your credit. Show us your credit score. To prove that you could afford an X5 or that he was gonna buy it for you, show us your credit score. Cause you want to see receipts, so do we. I'm not saying I believe Legion. I'm just saying he make a little sense. Liars tend to make sense sometimes, especially good ones. So everyday people, man. Oh, I also tried to look up his criminal record. I gotta find all the counties that he was in, the one that he was arrested in, and I could probably narrow it down. I don't know if this is him in what county is that? Well, Douglasville, the county, whatever county Douglasville is. I'm not sure if it's the same Jerome McCoy because there's a Jerome McCoy and a Jerome McCoy Jr. So who knows? Well, everyday people, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna holler at you later. Peace.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1 week.